I do want to look ahead to September 7th. We'll get back to the Panthers, who are playing at 7:30 tonight. That's a little more imminent, but I want to talk to you about this right now, Vlad.
September 7th, is that a Sunday?
That is a Sunday at 1 o'clock as the Dolphins are in Indianapolis to play the Colts for game 1 of their season. I'm here to tell you the Dolphins will win that game. And I'll tell you a couple of reasons why I believe that. Number one, it's the first game of the year. Hopefully most people are healthy.
Hold on. So you're telling me on May 18th,
Yes.
why the Dolphins are going to win the first game of the season?
Yes.
And there hasn't been there was a mini camp. There hasn't been a training camp, 1 day of training camp, a roster cut, all of that hasn't even happened yet. Hasn't happened. Hasn't even started. And you're going to tell me why the Dolphins will win week 1 versus the Colts.
Yes.
And I hope you're not going to tell me because nobody know who the Colts quarterback is. Because, as of May 18th, you don't know who the quarterback is. But I think by September 7th, you're going to know who the quarterback is.
They don't know who the quarterback is, and it's probably not going to be that great of a quarterback. We will most likely have a quarterback that is healthy.
Anthony Richardson was kind of doing y'all dirty last season until he got hurt.
I'm not even going to justify that.
I mean, the game wasn't. I mean, I know you're going to say you guys didn't have Tua, which is absolutely true.
Yes.
But I don't think you should just jump out the window and just say that they're going to win.
Must I remind you
week
that
1.
Tim Boyle pass? My favorite NFL
that's
pass of all time.
Listen, that's one of our favorite plays of all time. That's like that's our little inside joke.
That poor boom mic operator. Oh! Tyreek literally probably ran 15 yards down the field, turned around, and realized the punt team was coming onto the field. Oh, no, it was fourth down. So the defense.
Remember what I asked you?
They're like, "Was that? Did they call that? They blow that dead?" You asked me if they blew it dead.
I didn't know. I was like, that wasn't a play on fourth down, was it? Did it? And you're like, and your face just said, "No, man, that's Tim Boyle." But that's what I'm saying. We can't just jump. You can't just jump out the gate and think that they're gonna win week 1. Listen. This team, after our show last night or yesterday when we were talking about the about the Dolphins and the schedule, we went through the schedule for the 2025 season. They got winnable. They got games that they have a lot of 50-50 games. But the only reason why we're saying it's 50-50 because you don't know really how this roster is going to look because there's a lot of changes that's been made from the 2024 season.
You also don't know where the leadership on this roster is going to be coming from.
That's already been established when Calais left.
And Teron Armstead retired.
You're right. So we know Jalen's going to leave. But once I need to know what that team's going to look like before I really say this is a win or a loss. I know we did it yesterday because, it was a segment and whatever. But barring any injuries, like I would say, if we're going to play this in arcade mode, I think a lot of teams will like their chances.
And I know it's on the road. It's on the road, but you got to feel as though you're probably going to be good with Tua Tagovailoa. First game of the year, should be healthy. You don't really know.
We hope.
Huge question mark. I know, of course, with the Colts. You feel as though Mike McDaniel, he's got a full bag of tricks that haven't been figured out yet for a new season. You figure for the most part, you should be healthy. And maybe you're just being a homer, but you should be slightly a better team.
Yeah, you being a homer.
Okay.
I mean, they should be the better team. But favorites don't always cover or win in week 1. So who knows? I'm not going to, we did it yesterday. We say if I have to go by talent and the number 1 position quarterback, I'm going to take Tua over Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones any day of the week, twice on Sundays.
Yes.
So that's why I'm going to go with the Dolphins. But there's a lot of other games during that and during their schedule. During the season that if Tua was equal to that quarterback, that's those 50-50 games. Now, will I take Tua over Michael Penix? Yes, but only because he has experience.
For right now. That's getting too far ahead, though.
Right. That Atlanta-Miami game, I think it's a 50-50 game. I think the Commanders-Miami game is a 50-50 game because the game is going to be played in Spain. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh, 50-50 game.
Yes.
You're losing to Baltimore. You're losing to
Pittsburgh's Cincinnati. A 50-50 game? I appreciate that. That makes me feel better as a Dolphins fan.
If Mason Rudolph is the quarterback of the Steelers, I like the damn chances of the Dolphins.
Man, Mike Tomlin, though, is just so good. Mike Tomlin is
Yeah, but you know what, Dan? You said that the second half of that schedule is kind of tough.
The second half is
If it lives up, if those teams live up to their expectations.
The good thing is if the Dolphins can stay healthy enough and win those what we call 50-50 games, because like we said, Dolphins, Colts, you have to have a feeling that we can beat the Colts, and the Colts vice versa. They're saying, oh, we can beat the Dolphins at home, first game of the year. Dolphins, Patriots.
I think every team had the chance, they had the belief that they can win the first game of the year.
Okay, but I'm saying Dolphins, Patriots. Okay, we can beat the Patriots. Patriots sitting there going, we got Mike Vrabel now. We can do this. Dolphins, Bills. We're going to skip over that one. Dolphins, Jets. Come on, man. You got to feel like
3 division games right out the gate, bro. If you go lose,
Mike McDaniel, don't slip up.
Mike McDaniel, you can win that Colts game. Don't lose those next 3.
Don't slip up because that would be hot. His britches will be burning.
Dude, you're 0-3 in the division.
Britches would be burning if you beat the Colts, lose to the Patriots, Bills, and Jets 3 games in a row. Ooh. Britches would be burning. That's a doomsday scenario. And then we can't really get any further ahead of that. But yeah, I am confident as far out as I am right now with the first game of the season against the Colts. Of course, as it gets closer, I reserve the right to change that comment.
Of course, as you get closer and you see injuries that happen, signings or cuts that were made, yeah, you could change your mind.
Maybe make a big splash somewhere. I don't know.
It's not like you put a wager on it right now.
Oh, no, I'm not a futures guy. I don't even know what tomorrow